Okay, I'm going to be controversial for a moment, and I am not being controversial for the sake of controversy. I am being controversial so that I can help some of you. Most of you, if you're being honest, you need to hear this. So, here's the thing about psychology, mental health, the internet, and people who do the work that is related to this profession. Just because somebody on the internet calls themselves a psychologist or has a psychology degree does not mean that they are a mental health professional. Just because somebody calls themselves a wellness coach, a mental health champion, a mental health advocate, calls themselves whatever kind of a coach name that people use on the internet. You've seen those people, yeah? Just because people have these psychology affiliated names, it does not make them mental health professionals. And a person who is not a mental health professional is not going to help you deal with the mental health problems that you have. You can go to a wellness coach if you want to. You can go to your mentoring person who gives you mentorship for your mental health. You can go to the mental health advocate. You can go and talk to the person who has this huge media following, and you can go and talk to them about your problems. But they're not going to help you deal with your mental health problems. They're not going to help you solve your mental health challenges. They're not going to be able to treat your mental health problems. Your mental health problems will only be treated by a person who is a mental health practitioner. And that needs to be understood because I have seen a lot of people doing a lot of things on the internet, a lot of nonsensical things on the internet, and claiming to be using that as a way to deal with mental health problems. And they are offering these things at a very unholy price. They're selling you these online courses and these nonsensical wellness things on the internet because they know you will buy them because you're desperate. But they are not mental health professionals. They are people who have a social media following. And they are people who are well spoken and articulate on the internet. And you assume because they are well spoken, they are automatically experts in whatever they are telling you. You need to understand that just because somebody is a psychologist does not make them a mental health professional. Mental health professionals are people who have gotten the education and their licensing for them to practice as mental health professionals. Just because you went to school and got your degree as a psychologist, it does not make you a psychotherapist. So it's like if you meet somebody who is a doctor who has never practiced a day in their life, they have gone to med school, but they have never gotten into residency, they have never gotten licensed, they have never done the work that is required for you to become a doctor, they are not licensed with the licensing body that exists for medical doctors. You're not going to go to them and be like, perform brain surgery on me just because you went to med school. That's not how it works. If you go to mganga hodari and they offer you a solution to your problems, let's say you have any physical ailments that mganga hodari promises to heal, and you go to them, you are not going to a doctor, you are going to a mganga hodari. Be honest with yourself. When a mganga hodari comes to peddle to you that they have a cure for your ailment, for your disease, your physical disease that is ravaging your body, you will not say that you went to a doctor. You went to a mganga hodari, and that is okay. It's fine. Go to your mganga hodari in peace. Yeah. But let's not say that you went to see a doctor because that's not a doctor. And you can't pretend that a mganga hodari is going to heal your problems and your physical ailments the way that a doctor will. And not just a doctor who went to school and has the degree that says they went to medical school. We're talking about a practicing doctor who is licensed to practice, who spends their days working with patients, treating diseases. That is who we are calling a doctor. It's not just a random person who went to school and just got the certificate to show that they have the power to read. That is not who we are talking about. So I want you to apply the same kind of logic when you're talking about mental health professionals. People on the internet who went to school and got a psychology degree are not necessarily mental health professionals. They are people with psychology degrees. A mental health professional is somebody who has training and is licensed to operate as a mental health professional. And if you want to know whether the person who is on the internet calling themselves a mental health professional is actually licensed or registered with the Counselors and Psychologists Board to practice, to do the work, ask them for their certificate. If they are legit, they will not be offended by you asking. They will not be mad at you because you've asked them to prove their authenticity, to verify that they are who they say they are. They will actually be honored that you would want to authenticate, and they will be willing to show you that who they say they are is who they actually are. So don't be afraid to ask these people who are on the internet, who are calling themselves psychologists and mental health advocates and wellness coaches and experts in mental health problems. They are going to help you heal your inner child. All these people who are telling you they are going to help you break your people-pleasing tendencies, and they are going to help you become emotionally well-adjusted. They're giving you all these promises. They're giving you all these promises and telling you how they're going to help you get unstuck in your relationship problems and in your mental health challenges. They're going to help you cure your depression. You just need to buy this course or buy this, join this group of theirs on WhatsApp that is helping people heal their inner child. Most of those things are nonsensical, I promise you. And I am sorry to be the one to say this because I know there's somebody who's going to listen and be like, Jennifer, you are not being a team player. You're not upholding all the other mental health professionals in the world. I know that sounds like what I am trying to do, but it is not. What I am trying to do right now is trying to help you sift the wheat from the chaff. Remember, there's a lot of people out here who are looking to scam you of your money. People are hungry. Nikubaya huko nje kwa streets, there's no money. And people are looking for the easiest way they can get money. And one of them is scamming people who are not critical thinkers. If you meet somebody on the internet, whether they have a huge following or not, whether their video has gone viral or not, whether they have they are being backed by the other influencers, whether other people are following them and people who have clout and they are verified on social media, whether those are the people who are following them and sharing their videos or not, ask to see their certification. Let them show you their counselors and psychologists registration certificate. Every psychologist who is practicing right now must have that. It is illegal to practice without it. There's a board. That's why we are transitioning into that. So ask them to show you their certificates. And go a step further. If once they show you their certificate, invite them to show you their license. Because you can have a certificate and you're still not a licensed mental health professional. Certificate just shows that you got your psychology degree and you studied in school and you have all these things. But a license shows that you are approved to practice. So ask them to show you their license. I want to reiterate and say that just because somebody has a psychology degree does not make them a mental health professional. And just because they have a huge following on the internet, it does not make them a good therapist. Just because they have a huge following on the internet and their videos go viral does not make them the best therapist for you. And you need to be a critical thinker for you to understand what it means to have a mental health professional who is aligned with what you need. So, Ebu, start wearing your thinking cap. Don't just be carried kimalenge malenge out here on the internet. Can you be serious with your mental health? This is a matter of life and death in most cases. And you don't want to be a victim of somebody on the internet who just wants to make a quick buck from you. Be a critical thinker when it comes to your mental health, especially. In all aspects of your life, you need to be a critical thinker, to be honest. But especially with your mental health, because there's no health without mental health. I think we have said this over and over again. End of my rant. Kwaherini. Bye.